And Callie laughing at the intro. Imagine
Every
that
time.
every single time.
Welcome
That is
back.
the most rowdy intro of all time.
It's something.
Joe
It's
Rogan
something.
who, man.
Yeah,
That's
right.
incredible. Hit the red button.
Just hit the red button and let it play. All right, guys, welcome back. This is episode 6 of the Moto Parent Podcast. Very loose. We actually have 2 guests in the camper studio with us today, and this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very interesting. We have a number of ChatGPT topics to talk about, as well as just some of
throwing
the
yourself under the bus.
Yeah,
there.
that's fine. I don't care. There's way too many on this list to go too far into it. But we're back. We are somewhat consistent. Again, I feel like I talk about this every other time. It's been 2 weeks, I think, since we did a show.
Yeah.
So
It's better than
episode
before.
6, better than before. But we have Blake and Kelly Desselle in here. And I even said the names right, even though I've known you guys for 2 years, and I still wanted to make sure. And they're a personal trainer and a physical therapist. And so we are in here to talk about the topic of this podcast. Well, who knows where it's actually going to go, but the idea of bringing them in was to talk about off-season training. As far as amateur racing goes, we are in the off-season time. Like, that's just where we are with everything. And so how can athletes prepare heading into the season? And then another part is I wanted you to come in to talk about, like, injury. Like, for one, injury prevention, injury recovery, because a lot of kids are in or out or whatever. Like, in the pro series, Jet Lawrence is the number 1 guy. You probably don't even know who I'm talking about, but he just broke his ankle, and he's supposed to be the guy to win everything, and he's out with an injury. So that kind of stuff happens. It happens all the time in our sport. And wanted to bring you guys in so to kind of talk about that. So we're in the camper studio. We're back.
Let's start with an intro.
Start with an intro. So Blake, go ahead. Let's give us the 411.
Mike's on.
Mike's hot. Let's roll. So, yeah, name's Blake Desselle. I'm the owner of Upward Performance and Physical Therapy. I run all the performance side of things. So when we say performance, just pure human performance from 9 years old to we have NFL athletes, NWSL athletes, and everything in between.
Old guys like me.
Old girls like you. We just we get after in the morning. So it's a very wide range, but at the end of the day, my job is to help athletes get from where they are to where they want to be in a safe manner. So that's what we do. But the other half of our business is physical therapy, and that's where Kelly's over.
Yeah, my name is Kelly, and I am a physical therapist at Upward, and I work with my husband now, and it's really fun. And we see a lot of wide range of patients. A lot of people come from the performance side, so we'll get a lot of athletes, and then we'll get just kind of any-day people who have a shoulder replacement or knee replacement, so wide range. But, yeah, it's fun.
So you guys just got married. Congratulations. It was a lot of fun,
Thank you,
even though I
thank
had to
you.
leave the wedding early because we had a sick baby. And Callie
I missed
was...
it completely.
Still
Callie
showed
missed the
up.
whole thing. I showed up. I was
We
there.
saw your face.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it happen. Had to track you guys down before I left.
Yeah, you sure did.
Callie was partying on a boat in Florida or something at the
was.
time. Who knows at the time? So speaking of that, before we get into the fun stuff, I want to hear Callie tell the story about the card,
man.
the
I'm
wedding
intrigued.
card.
Okay.
Because you
well,
guys probably don't
first
even
off,
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
about
had
this.
only met you guys one time
Yeah.
before this.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
Exactly. Like
Grinding it
shortly
out in the
before.
The one workout where you
this
almost threw
wedding.
up in the bathroom.
Yeah,
That one.
absolutely,
Yeah.
that one. I blacked out a minute. So I'm getting ready to go for a girls' trip, and I was like, I got to get Scott prepared. He's gonna have 2 kids to deal with. So I went and got you a wedding card. I filled out the front of the card. I think I even said something in the middle of the card. And the day of the wedding, Scott texts me and goes, "Is this the wedding card?" I said, "Yeah." Does it not look like the wedding card? So I spelled your name completely wrong. Like, I looked at your Instagram
Diesel.
and put
Diesel.
Diesel on
It
it.
gets us all the
And
time.
I even said Mr. and Miss Diesel on it with
Yeah.
a cute little
I didn't
heart.
even
And Scott's like,
know
I
that.
cannot take this. And I'm like, yes, you can. Just take it. It'll be funny. And so he had to go get a new card and completely
Oh, man.
redo
That's,
it.
That's
so funny, though.
hilarious.
I would have laughed, though.
It
Yeah.
is
That would've
like
been so
deceiving
good.
because now I
Yeah.
have Kelly Desselle on my hashtag, and he has
It's just
Blake
been that since
Diesel.
I was in
I just like
8th
assumed
grade,
that.
right? Like,
why?
When Instagram came out.
everybody
Right?
just called me Diesel, so
Yeah,
I just
why?
was like, I don't know.
That's what
It's
it
close to
is.
Desselle, right?
Yeah, why
We're
not?
8th
Yeah.
grade
Well, it tricked
boys.
me, so.
Yeah, so it's funny.
God, you guys said it was cold in here and the heat wasn't working.
burning
I am
out.
on
Yeah,
fire
I
right
will
now.
say that.
Yeah.
I feel
It's
good.
on now.
I don't know about you guys.
I'm going to go turn it down for a second.
No, you're not.
you carry it, Cal. You got it.
Oh my god. I don't think
Intermission.
so. Intermission. No, for real.
I can't. It's probably that little heater right there.
Yeah, unplug this heater. Anyways, so I missed the wedding. Scott had to leave early,
Yeah.
but congrats
Shout out
Thank
the
you.
Diesels.
It
to
was
the
a great day.
Diesels.
Yeah. So what are we, 2 months in?
Yeah.
And we're still honeymoon phase. Look at she checked her
Still,
watch
I had to
just to make
check.
sure.
She's like, where are we at here?
Yeah.
Pulls a ring out.
November
That's what
8th.
she was really
Yeah,
And
there
I
you
feel
go,
like when
right.
you've been together for a little bit, it just
Yeah.
is like, yeah, it's cool. And like it adds to it, but it's just another day.
It's awesome. I
It
love
was
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like being
I
able to,
told
like,
you it's
stay
going to be
together,
cool.
live
It's the
together,
coolest thing you ever
it's-
do.
It went
it's
so
incredible.
fast, as anyone ever said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like you blink and it's done.
Literally.
Yeah.
but yeah.
Anywho,
so
back to your chat.
So yeah, I mean, I probably should have read these more than once before we started this. Yeah, guys, loose. I told you it's loose. But again, like, so this podcast is to try to bring some information to moto parents or whatever, because I see so many kids just make mistakes. Like I was kind of one of those kids where I didn't have a trainer coach. I had a guy that helped me learn how to weight lift at the gym. You know what I mean? When I was like 16 or whatever. And everything before that was like my parents like, you figure it out. My parents are not athletes. They never were. They didn't do any of that stuff. So I didn't have any foresight or help along the way as that all happened. And so the way the sport is now in motocross, and you guys have a little bit of background, more so from me teaching it to you guys, it's like so many kids either overtrain, which I think I kind of did as a youth athlete because I didn't know any better. It was like I'd just go run 4 miles. I had no idea what splits were or, speed work or recovery or anything like that. I still struggle with recovery now as it is, but I think
recovery is a hot topic for motocross people.
Because it just gets missed so much.
It gets missed completely. I mean, you come off the track and you just do it again.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, so at the pro level, you have, when you're racing outdoors, it's 2 30-minute motos, and you have maybe an hour of recovery in between. And you're
Constant.
of constant racing for 30 minutes. Yep, straight. So gate drop to finish. And then at the amateur level, it's not quite as
not as
aggressive.
much,
They're
but-
about 15-minute races, anywhere from 12 to 15.
But you have
depending.
kids coming back to the pits, like grabbing a Coke and Doritos,
Yeah,
running
hitting
with their
the concession
friends, not
stand, you know
doing
what I
like
mean?
the
Stuff like
recovery
that.
as they should. Move on to the next moto.
A huge part of that. And then like another part is like either the recovery doesn't happen correctly or just there isn't any prep during the week, or kids are trying to do stuff while they're sick, or they're trying to not let their body recover during the week, or they're not literally, there's no guidance on the front end. And a big thing that I see all the time is like mom and dad are trying to tell, well, you'd do better if you train harder, but dad's over there slamming down a 30 pack on race day morning, you know what I mean? Or whatever. And it's like, what kind of example are you expecting to show here? And like, this is me
We
just
talked a lot about
directly
that.
calling people out in a podcast that listen to it.
Yeah,
And
we
they might,
talked last time.
probably, yeah. So, I mean, but it's just, it's a big part of it is like, show the example that you should be, right? So like, if I want my kid to perform, like I need to also be performing, you know what I mean? But
do you see like people that you train like get into the gym and train, or do you think that they're just riding? Like, is that their practice and training?
so I think that the gym side is missed big time at the amateur level. Now, I think your top amateur kids,
I think it's becoming more common now as people have like social media and are seeing like the pros get in the gym, get on their pedal bikes, get on their stationary bikes. I do think it's more common, but it's mom and dad that's not helping that happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, it's like, a 9-year-old doesn't go to the gym
can't
unless
be
mom. He doesn't
responsible
know,
to-
right? He doesn't
yeah.
even know what he's supposed to do. He's just going to go play
Is
with his
that
buddies
amateur?
outside, or that'd be like
Yes.
amateur, yeah.
What's
So
the age range?
amateurs anything from Cruz's age to from 3 or 4 all the way. I mean, I'm considered an amateur now.
Technically,
Like I
yeah.
would technically be an amateur now. Pro, you can't turn pro till you're 18 now as of this year. It
So
used to be
say
16.
17.
Yeah, and so in that window about 17, 18, and then pros are pretty much done before they're 35. Like if you go 35 and you're a pro, you are an old dog in the fight.
Yeah.
It's a true story. And then and so it just kind of depends, but I think so much the recovery's missed, the prep time, and I don't think people know how to train the right way. Like, I mean, there's a total difference in just going and lifting weights and bodybuilding style, and then there's difference in cross country running style versus, and then CrossFit, and then high rocks, and you know what I mean, go down the list, and then athletic performance like what you do. I mean, it's opened my eyes to so many different things. And for me, like when I started coming to you guys and being part of Upward, was I was training at home all the time, and I know kind of what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Like I have a huge history of what to do right, what to do wrong, and how I got to here. And as much training as Callie's done in the past, like we know what it's supposed to look like, but I would just consistently run myself into the ground, and then I would take 2 weeks off. And be
I'll say
inconsistent or
Scott is
whatever. Like,
let's run 7 miles each day for 30 days. Okay, why? Like there's no there's not consistency. What's the word? Extreme.
Well, if you're going to do it, I mean, do
I
it
know,
all,
but
right?
there's no like rhyme or reason until he started coming to your guys' gym. There's been more consistency of like, okay, today I'm doing this, tomorrow's recovery, tomorrow or the next day's this. It's not just let's go balls to the wall for 30 days and see if I die.
Well,
and if I don't die, I'm gonna go 90 days. And see
Then let's go another
restart.
30. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's like 75 hard every day, right? Yeah, 365.
There was no rest or recovery. Like you were
No.
awful at it.
And I'm terrible at it, and I've still struggled with it now. But like I'd run myself into the ground, and then like almost wouldn't make any progress. Right? Like man, I'm training so hard, and nothing is showing up on the other end. Like my data doesn't even show. I don't even feel better. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was like I need to take this off my plate and put it in your hands. You know what I mean? And give you the keys and just do what you tell me what to do. And at the time too, we had Cruz, and I don't think you were pregnant yet when we started with Cove, were you? So the other part was like I needed to take the mental load off, right? And so I think that's a huge part for parents to understand of like getting a trainer or nutritionist or PT or whatever it is, right? Like whatever that side of it is like this is take this off your plate. Like let somebody else.
It's
yeah,
worth
it might cost a little bit of money, but it's worth it in the long run. From a physical fitness side all the way through till you know what I mean, just a recovery health side. Because one thing I did learn as an amateur, young, training myself, figuring this out was, you know, you crash a motorcycle and it sucks. Like every part about it kicks your ass and it's terrible. But I've learned that the more muscle I had on, not necessarily bodybuilding muscle, but the fitter I got, every time I hit the ground, I could get up faster. It wasn't as big of a deal. My injury wasn't as, you know. There was a lot of times injury was prevented because I was in better shape, good enough flexibility, mobility, whatever. Now I'm an old man and everything hurts anyway. So I just try not to fall down, period. So it's a little bit different. So, but I know you work with so many young athletes and like, we're always thinking like, what can we put Cruz in? Like, I know he's super young right now, but like what can I get him doing? Not necessarily I want him to just burn energy and be active and do stuff like that. But as these kids start to get, I mean, there's competitive national level kids. I mean, the ages start at 4, but it's really like the age in the amateur age is like the youngest age is 4 to 6, but it's really the 6-year-olds is like kind of where that can really turn on, which is still very young.
So young.
But these kids are riding dirt bikes that do 40 miles an hour, you know what I mean? Depending on the type of track or whatever it is. And so they need to have the strength, the ability to handle the bike. So I don't know. It's just,
You were going with a question.
I was,
and then you
I was really
asked
going
the
somewhere and I
question.
lost it. I got talking too much.
What
But
does
like, will you guys work with young athletes? And so what's the first thing that like youth athletes need to be
What's
thinking
your
about
focus with youth athletes?
if they haven't done it, if they haven't done any training?
I think the biggest thing, especially when I feel like moto is one of those things. Like if you're in moto, you're in moto, and that is your life.
Yes.
Right. Like a lot of times, it's like what do you do? Moto. Right. Like that's it.
Right.
They're not doing anything else.
It's all year round.
So exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, if I get a moto kid, I know that, right? I know their demands of sports. I'm going to look at what is their sport demand, like what does it look like on the bike. They're going to be constant tension through their shoulders. They're going to be seated at 90 degrees flexion through their knees. Like I'm going to take all these things in, and then I'm going to be like, okay, what can we do in the gym outside of the track that can help them, right? And a lot of times it's a consistent pattern that kids are doing. Like we see it all the time. Like there's so much research on like specializing in one sport is horrible for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's horrible for your body. Like we have kids specializing in soccer at the age of 10, 11, 12. And if you think about it, they're doing the same movements every single day at the same speed, at the same rate. There's a much higher chance of risk at this point for injury,
right?
Than if you're playing basketball and football and
Using
whatever
different
else.
body
So
Like
many
Right.
more diverse.
there's
movements.
different movements, there's different patterns, and you're not
Capacities.
always just stressing those main things.
Is that
So-
like a new thought in athletic
newer,
performance,
I
or
would
new,
say.
or is that like
coming out more?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's, okay, yeah.
The research on it is getting substantial.
Just because
Right.
like so many kids are being like recruited younger, so then they get into like I gotta choose soccer if I'm gonna go play seriously.
This is the only thing I can
Yeah,
do to
yeah.
get
And
better.
it's
Yeah.
historically been worse on the girls' side because girls commit freshman, sophomore year.
believe
of high
that.
No
school.
kidding.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Like they
Yeah.
commit so early. On the guy side, it's usually not till junior, senior year.
So, and I've said some of the same kind of comments about like training facilities in the motocross side where these people live in their camper, like we're sitting in, and they train 6, 7 days, whatever the training schedule is. And a lot of the training facilities have cut back, but I've always said they're riding all the time, right? And so when you're on the track, like you're at 100% risk, whether you might be doing corner drills, but that's still, I mean, that's the least dangerous thing, but you still have such a chance of risk of injury because you're putting yourself in that box of injury. 4 or 5 days a week, whatever it is. And then you're racing on the weekends. And so you're just constantly putting yourself at risk where you're just waiting for the next injury to happen. So
yeah. And something the performance on the PT side always talks about with parents is like, yes, strength training and all this stuff can mitigate or less the risk of injury on like non-contact injuries, right? So like think putting your foot in the ground and like ACL, Achilles, something like that. But what's different about moto is a lot of the injuries come from like falls, right? Like crashing. So it's like, okay, it's a little bit different beast than what we see most of the time. But at the same time, like I'm sure moto has issues with tendonitis in elbow, shoulders, wrists, all that stuff is going to be in play because if you think about it, they're in the same exact pattern the whole time.
Right.
Like
that's
you're not
an issue.
sitting, right? Or like you're
You're up,
parts,
down, back, forth, but you're just
up,
constantly in the same spot on the motorcycle. Yeah,
That's so much wear and tear on those joints at that specific angle. Right. So like we want to be able to
30 minutes
yeah,
too.
like that is a long time all the time. You're doing that 7 days a week.
Right.
So it's like if you're putting that much wear and tear on those joints at that specific angle all the time, like it's going to wear down. So something that you can do, like multiple things, like on my end is, kind of combat that by making sure we're getting full range of motion movements, right? So like moto, you're at this degree of flexion, extension, whatever. Well, let's work you through a full range of motion, controlled, load it, right? Find the load that you can like work through, build strength through those ranges of motion. So ideally, you're going to be stronger in that range that you're in all the time. So that would be like a big one on the performance side for us.
Yeah. In the PT realm, things I think that come to my mind are like low back injuries or like you said, like tendonitis. And like you do kind of like group it into more overuse injuries and then like contact. So you fall, you break your wrist, you land on your hand and you break your fracture your wrist or like your ankle or something like that. And so those two buckets, like the impact, more the contact injuries, sometimes they're not always preventable because it's like you're going to fall and you might land really weird. But when it comes to the overuse ones, like I think there are some preventative, mobility exercises or strength exercises that you can do to like prevent further injury, damage, and whatnot.
No, I know exactly what you mean. I thought
Am I breathing too hard in the mic?
I don't know. I know you got cold again, so I need to turn the heat back up. I'm not listening. I can't hear.
It's me. I'm so sorry.
Are you just heavy breathing as you're talking?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, no, you're good. It's me.
Oh no, you're perfectly fine. Callie's just hovering over the microphone, like.
Why is my mic going up and down, up and down?
Because you're right up on it. Yeah. Are you? Is it because you're cold now? You were hot.
No, yeah, I'm cold now.
And so do I need to turn the heat
Anyways,
back on?
I'm so sorry. I just was so confused. I'm like, can you?
This
hear
is
that?
why you sit on that side of the table when we do this. Yeah, all the colorful.
I
lights.
just figured you couldn't hear me.
No, you're fine. I turned you up because I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to hear you.
Yeah.
You're great.
Typically, when women are on here, like when Bobby did this with them, like
she talked like
she talked like back here. Yeah, it's like hey, no, get on the thing. So.
No, you're great.
That's like something when I can't get my boss to understand when we do like speaking in front of everybody. Like, hey, no, you have to hold the microphone right here. It never holds in the right spot. But yeah, no, you're exactly right. I think all of that really comes into play of like getting your body used to moving in every direction. So when you do have a come apart on the motorcycle or whatever, that you're able to like handle that in a roundabout way.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it this way, like, yes, you're riding in this position all the time, but when you go to the turn, like you're gonna have some thoracic rotation, right? So
right.
We should be training thoracic rotation in the facility,
right?
And you
Which
can do
is
that.
It's your mid back. Thoracic spine is.
There you go. Yeah,
thank you.
we need that.
Just get ready to ask.
Like, we were talking about this before, and I think like that is one component that I think about too. Is like you get in some weird positions. I don't really watch moto, but like from what I've seen or heard, like when you're twisting or you're like hovering to go over a jump or something, like I think a lot about core stabilization and like being really strong, like proximally. So
and it's like fast changing, like as the track changes, your turns go from a straight. Yep.
So if you're stronger proximally in your core, you're going to be stronger distally. That's kind of what we talk about in PT, where it's like if you have no control here, you're going to really struggle in moments where you're not having any base of support, or your bike is in the air, things like that. So
why are you looking at that?
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay.
What?
A little alarm went
what's
off or
happening.
something.
Something.
It just like an
Sounded
alarm.
like
Oh, I didn't hear
alarm
it.
went off, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, did you
Oh
push
my
the?
God, what is
Was
that?
it
Blue
this?
button.
Was it that? Was it that?
No, wasn't
No.
those.
Okay, it wasn't the air horn.
Definitely not
Anyways,
that. Just
One thing that I like to say to my kids all the time, because I like to expose our kids into, especially like ankles with my soccer players, basketball players. We'll do like isometrics where we put their ankle like in a
Static
weird.
contractions.
Yeah, shout out.
yeah, whatever that means.
She's my like
Sorry.
definition.
We gotta
of it.
talk
I love
where
it.
people know.
Yeah. So we'll put them like in fixed positions, okay, if you will. Static contractions. Thank you, Kelly.
Like a hold.
But we'll put them in a position that feels weird to them, right? So like I'll put their ankle at an angle that they're not used to, and the first time they do it, they're like, "Why am I doing this? Like this feels like I'm gonna roll my ankle." Well, I'm putting you in that position in a controlled environment, right? So your tendons and everything can get used to it in a controlled environment. So when we do get there and it's at a faster rate, your body knows, hey, we've been there, and it doesn't just tear or rupture immediately.
say to prevent.
Right? So like I'm
Kind of
doing
that
it-
muscle memory type.
yeah,
thing is what you're
exactly.
saying.
The way
Yeah.
and what I would say is like we can't train you in a zoo and then release you to the wild, right? Like we have to be able to
Yeah, look at that. We
Yeah,
should
that's
you can put
good.
that on a shirt.
yeah,
That's good.
cut that one, clip that one.
Put that on a
Right.
shirt.
So it's like you have to expose the body to different rates of speed, forces, angles, all that stuff that you're gonna see in your game, in your sport, at a slower level. So then when you get there at a fast level, at any angle, you're ready for it, and nothing's gonna just go awry.
Yeah, I think that makes a big point of just like, because I always coach this from like on a riding technique standpoint of like you're on the motorcycle, like just to turn left, you're doing 10 different things from
Yeah.
your body's back here while you brake, and then you switch forward on the bike, and the bike's lean below you. You're on the brake, you're on the gas, you're on the clutch, you're doing all these different things. And I think people put a ton of emphasis on that, which is super important. But it's that same emphasis needs to be put on the training side of things for injury prevention and just like longevity, man. Like it's so easy to just get like me, let's go run 100 miles because we feel like it. Like just because whatever, I haven't done that far yet, but probably at some point.
No one dare him.
No,
Everybody sounds like a good mom.
yeah, let's go. Sure. Yeah. What Moab 240,
Oh, dear.
the lottery I think is open right now, or what's today? The 4th, 3rd?
Like 240
No, it
miles.
opened today. Yeah, 240 miles in the desert somewhere.
That's
Lottery for that opened today. Yeah,
That sounds
that's
miserable.
yeah.
You will not catch me out there.
no.
Won't
If
catch
I
me
decide to
running
run
out.
it, you'll be like feeding me along the way or something. I don't want to run that far. No, marathon distance
How
was
long
far
would that
enough.
even take?
anyways. It's like a
Marathon's
2-day thing. I think. I don't know. People win by like multiple hours in that race.
Yeah, I'm sure you're
It's a
just
crazy
running
deal. I
alone
mean,
at
it's-
points.
Yeah. I
That
think
is
I
crazy.
would probably legitimately die. So that's
Yeah, but I think like kind of going back to where we're at, like the train of thought back in the day was like when we were growing up, it was like when you squat or when you do a lunge, like make sure your knee doesn't go over your toe. Like, what are you talking about? Go watch any sport for 5 minutes and you're going to see somebody's knee go over their toe.
Right.
So if you're training all the time in this just very restricted range of motion, you're not exposing kids to what they're going to be exposed to in 2 hours at their practice. So
Right.
like we were doing them such a disservice by being like so scared to put people into these positions when in reality, like we need to expose them into like crazy ranges in a controlled environment.
right. So
Back bends, right? Like we have kids do back bends all the time now, and people are like, "What are you doing?" Well, this is why. Think of it like when you go up for a header in soccer and you fall, you might fall and it might mimic a back bend. If your body's never been there, see
Right.
you later. Like
yeah,
that's
like
gonna
we
be
have kids
bad.
crash and they go in scorpion mode, right? Like your
Exactly.
feet kick you in the back of the head.
And again,
like,
it's
what
not
happened?
gonna fix it all the time,
Right.
right? Like if you fall ripping off a bike, like there's nothing that I can do or Kelly can do that can probably save your wrist from
Right.
breaking. But I
It
think
will
there's a
help.
lot we can do that can help.
They
Help
just
along
start
the
you
way,
at a
right.
better foundation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you start.
Like,
to,
we
well,
do
then,
a
if
lot
anything,
of-
your recovery's faster.
Yeah,
right?
like when
For
we
sure.
get people who come in for like they know they're getting a knee replacement in 6 weeks, they'll do prehab. So for 6 weeks, we put them on a program where it's like we're gonna get you stronger, your mobility's gonna be better. So then once you come in after surgery, you're more prepared. You're in a better spot to then succeed after.
I like never knew that was a thing.
Yeah,
Prehab.
a lot of like
Prehab?
ACL
Never.
kids
Oh, yeah.
or like
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
knee replacements, shoulder
Yeah.
replacements. We'll do that.
And all my stuff was tore so bad there was no prehab available. It's like, we just have to fix this. There's nothing for prehab.
Well, didn't you get lifelined?
That was one of them.
I don't think they were about prehab.
No, let's
That's another podcast.
Let's just make sure we keep your hand operating. So like when it comes to that, so what are big mistakes kids make in the gym, or parents put their kids in spots, or parents themselves, whatever people make in the gyms? Maybe I should just broaden it up a little bit. Of like injuries or whatever that
like we're ready for this one.
like what are big mistakes that can be done, like
Or maybe
to
just
prevent
misconceptions.
Yeah.
Too much volume.
Yeah.
Too much volume.
What? No.
Yeah, at Scott Gebke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 36, still doing it.
Yeah, and it sounds super simple, and it is, right? But there's a difference between like simple and easy, and like it's simple not to do much more volume. It's not easy, right? Because like people that want to be better and they want to chase and be great, that's great. But it's a double-edged sword because they think they always need to be doing more. Well, they don't, right? Like they need to have a structured plan, okay, that's going to attack the things that they need. But if you just do too much volume, like at some point your body's not going to adapt, right? Like there's an adaptation period that your body needs a certain amount of stimulus, and then your body needs the adaptation phase where it's actually going to like rest and grow. But if you never give it that, like you're just going to stay
Plateaued.
super stagnant the whole time. And like people talk about like, oh, well, I don't want to lift heavy because I don't want to be sore. Well, it's not the weight that's going to make you sore. It's the pure volume, right? Like that's all it is. Volume is what makes people sore. So like when we talk about like in-season and off-season training, we can get away with a little bit more volume, okay? Because you can kind of push them a little bit more. You could try and build a little bit more hypertrophy.
Because you're not on the track as much.
Because you're not on the track as much, right? Like if you go, who cares if you go practice and you're just a little bit slower that day and you're sore? It doesn't matter. We're trying to get bigger physical qualities at that point.
Right, trying to get your base dialed in.
In season, I'm probably only having to do 3 sets of 3 reps, and we're moving it at a fast speed. We're going to fire up your CNS, central nervous system. And that's what we're trying to get, right? Like we're trying to make sure that like in season you're firing, you're dialed. Like we're trying to PR. Like at the end of the day, like in season, all we're trying to do is like maintain, keep them healthy, and let them go race. Off season, we look at, okay, what did the off season look like? Did we struggle here? Did we have any previous injuries? That's what we're going to attack first, and we're going to try and get them we're trying to fill the athletic potential bucket as high as we possibly can in the off season.
Right.
In season, it's maintenance, it's working on mobility, it's regen, it's all those things. So making sure that in season you're not just going through some crazy volume heavy workout on Thursday and you race Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you show up Friday and you're groggy and you're tired and you're sore. It's like, what do you expect? Like you're not firing, like you're not peaking, you're struggling right now. Right. So making sure that we're controlling volume throughout the week is super important. That's why you need to have structure. You have to.
That's why it's like important to have a coach, right? Like that's why coaches have coaches and things like that. You're exactly right. Because I think it's super easy to like you said, overdo volume. I mean, I know that was always like my problem. Like it always, even as a young kid, even to now, because I am an idiot, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to call it. But I know there's plenty of days where I come into you like after a race weekend.
Yeah.
The very few that I did this year. Talking to Callie and I did a number on a count. We did a count just yesterday. But like I came to you on Monday, I was like, dude, I am smoked. Yeah. Like let's move. Like let's get a workout in. But like this, we gotta totally tame it down and adjust from there. And I think that's a huge thing different between off season and in season. And I think people get lost in that or just don't know. I think
volume's hard to understand. I think it's there's a misconception on it, right? It doesn't mean you can't train, but it's just the intensity and the duration of what you're training for. Right. You know, the way I describe volume to people is like, if you take, like Advil's a good thing, right? If you take 1 or 2 Advil, you're good. It's going to do its job. But if you take 10 to 15 of them, it's bad. Right? That's volume.
Are you sure? Wait.
Oh, Scott, chill out, dude.
It's very
but if you're
bad.
popping 100, right, it's a volume play. It's not that training's bad. It's the amount of training you're doing is bad, right? Like you have to be super specific in how much you're training and what you're training and how far out from competition you are. Like all that stuff matters.
Yeah, because I've learned some of this watching, just being in the gym every morning with the basketball kids or whoever and seeing these kids that you've trained and seeing them go through the different types of workouts. So so our off season really is December to early March. I mean, at least in this region, the Midwest, but really our sport in general, that's like
I would even say like I guess after Thanksgiving. So yeah.
That's just kind of when the weather turns, right? So the weather affects it so much where we live, and there's so many people that do travel south to train and ride and get away from the weather, or go to California,
there's races
whatever.
going on this weekend in Texas, so like you can go.
But yeah, you can, like, the winter
All
series starts this
round.
weekend. Yeah, I mean, you can race all year round if you want, or the indoor arena cross season starts. And so let's call it this 3-month, December, January, February. We'll call that off season just for sake of conversation, because really qualifiers kick off in March. And that's the big deal for national championships. The qualifiers
So
start
preparing
in March.
for that. Is
So
that where
yeah,
you're going?
yeah, kind of. So where should we look at prep wise for that? Kind of coming down off a season in November, Thanksgiving. Let's say we check the box, because that would be mini O's really. Is Thanksgiving week, and then after that, that's kind of the end of the season for people. And then the pros, their season starts January 10th. My birthday. And your
January
birthday's the 12th. Yeah, look at that. What are we gonna do?
Close.
Treaty Oak.
Together.
Treaty Oak. Let's do it. Let's go.
Wait, they're coming?
I don't.
No, they did last year.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll just have to go where they
Where
are.
are they at?
Yeah. But the pros, their boot camp is like their season ends in September. Then they kind of get November would be their off season. Then December boot camp is full on for them all the way through into January 10th, where their Supercross season starts. So they have a very short off season now that they have a playoff series and stuff like that. But the amateur level, it ends Thanksgiving, and it doesn't really. I mean, there's races and plenty of things to do, but the main season starts back in March. So from a training or even PT standpoint, like what should they be looking at the end of the season? And then right now we're kind of middle of off season. What should they be looking at now going into the other part?
Short off season,
Yeah.
right? Like that's shorter than most, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably
Short-ish.
maybe a little bit shorter, or I mean, depends. Like
So
we're
much
talking
club
about,
ball and
there's so
stuff.
much
Yeah.
club stuff
That's
now with
true.
other sports. It's kind of the same. So honestly, like if I had, say you came in, right? You're a rider, you just got done. You're like, all right, I have 2.5, 3 months to get prepped and primed, and I want to be like full tilt, ready to go by, what do you say, March?
By March, yeah.
Yeah.
Say mid-March.
First week or week and a half, I'm sending you over to Kelly and the PTs, right? And I think, well, I'm not hurt. Well, that's not it. Like you just went through a grueling season. You lost range of motion from being stuck in the same positions all the time.
Right.
I'm sending you to the PTs. The first thing we're going to do is like, let's restore range of motion.
Right, because your
Right.
back's sore, your
Yeah,
ankle
let's-
hurts
We'll do,
from
like, a
twisting it in
functional
August or
screening
something.
Of
Okay.
like lumbar, low back, shoulders, things like that. Find some deficits, and then I think that would be good to implement. I can give you a few mobility exercises, like, hey, do these every day, a couple times a day. Just restoring that motion, so then you can actually strengthen through it. But
Yeah, so like
or
once
minimize other.
Try to get the check engine light off,
Compensations.
basically.
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
get it turned off, send it back to me, and then from there, like we're gonna start out very general, and by that I mean like general movements. I'm not trying to do anything that's like necessarily too specific to the sport. The earlier are we off in the off season, like I want to be super general with movements, with we call it ESD, energy system development, right? So for moto, you're going for 30 minutes, which is pretty big duration, like.
Right.
That's and it's I mean different speeds, but at the same time like you're racing.
Yeah, your
right?
heart
Like,
rate's up. Yeah, you're running close to max heart
like
rate.
you're ripping. So like I want to make sure that like early on we're just going to be very general with strength training, with mobility, with all that stuff. It's going to be pretty general. Just looking at them and treating your whole body.
Right.
As we start to get closer and closer to season, we're going to get more specific. So maybe we're looking at shoulder stability more. Maybe we're looking at some adductor work for your adductors. I mean, if you're sitting on a bike, like I'm sure your groins at some point, your hip flexors are getting
Oh,
fired
my hip
up,
flexors are trashed. Yeah, mine
right?
are.
So
Yeah,
like,
right.
as I'm getting more specific, I'm going to start kind of dialing in the things that we really have to start attacking that's specific to your sport, like sport demands is what we call it.
Okay.
And that's, like I said, in the strength side and energy system development. For your first 2 to 3, 4 weeks, like I don't care if you get your heart rate up at all. Like let's let's get you stronger. Let's put a little bit of juice on you. We could have more volume in that early side. This is the time for us to push. This is the time for us to grow. I don't care if you're in like perfect riding shape at that time. Like it doesn't matter. You're racing in March. What you do in December, first half of December and January, like it's not that big of a deal because I still have another 8 to 12 weeks to build on. So as we start to get closer and closer, things are going to get more specific. Like I said, we're going to start working on those things that you really need, and we're going to start to throw in some of that energy system development stuff. So maybe for you, like, yeah, running might be a pretty good thing because we can keep you at, zone. What are you in usually when you're racing? Zone.
Dude, it's all over the map. I mean, you don't spend a lot of time in zone 2, but I tell you what, as I've gotten older, I'm way more under control, like in the heart rate range.
Yeah.
But dude, if you're
what would you say if you're just?
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Well,
Most of
and
the
I think
listeners,
it's
what are they in when they're
to
racing?
know that like
I
the
mean-
races round here, like you're not racing 30 minutes unless you're racing like a pro race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're racing anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, maybe max heart
Yeah,
rate.
somewhere right in there. Yeah, but I would say you're running zone 4 and 5. I mean, a lot of it's going to be zone
It'd
4
be
and
hot,
5 on
yeah.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
When was the
so-
last time you raced? Are
That's-
you trying to?
no,
look it
I'm
up?
right now just trying to look the last time I
It was a
rode.
long time ago.
Okay, see, but this this is a bad measurement. Hold on. Oh. I'm going through my Polar app while you guys can't see what I'm doing here. To look and see last time
Does
I
it go
rode.
by month? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, so this is December 27th. So like right here, this was 6. But see, this is a bad.
That's not
no.
gonna
This
work.
is
You
bad
rode
because
with
I don't know when I
Cruise.
turned it off back. So let me
Go to
hold
like
on.
June if you can. That would be like the last like big race you did.
June.
It's been too
Tell
long.
me when
Scotty.
you-
Dude, okay, so we did the
Races.
math yesterday. I rode 14 times this year.
Total.
That used to be like 14 times a month. Like
Wow.
that's
Dang.
super super bad. Like
But now
that's
you have a kid that rides, and so taking him
So-
sometimes.
so I
is-
ride. I just ride behind him and do 2 miles an hour. It's quite a bit different. Quite a
But
bit different.
locally, like if you're not racing like pro races, it's going to be 10 to 15
Yeah.
max. I'm sure there's some 20s in
Yeah.
there, but
Well, the other part is like, did I turn my watch on or did I turn it off? Okay, so
Yeah.
this is a race that would have been at Grain Valley, Father's Day weekend. Average heart rate 132, max heart rate 165.
Okay.
like
So not
132 is not that
terrible.
Play zone.
But this is after training with you for a long time. So there's your zones right there. If that tells you anything.
Yeah, and like this would be something that I would like if I was gonna start training a bunch of moto people, I would want to like really dial in on this because it's not just like where's your majority, but I would want to see like how often are you switching from zone 2 to 3, 3 to 2,
Yeah.
2 to 1,
Right.
because what we do is like when I have a football player, like your average play is like 4 to 5 seconds long, right? So like as we get closer to the season with my football players, we'll start working on whether it's a sled, a skier, a rower, some med ball work. Like you could do so many things. Like it's not just running to get in shape, right? Like there's so many different things you can do to get in shape that can kind of start building that like aerobic base. But you want to mimic your sport, right? Like as we get closer to season, maybe for my football guys, it's 8 seconds on the ski erg, max effort, and then they have 20 seconds off. But they're going to do it 12 times. That
Yeah.
mimics a
Right.
full drive.
Right.
Right. And I think it's like, I'm not going to have a football player go run a mile. He never
For
runs a
what?
mile.
Yeah.
For
Right.
why?
Yeah.
He's never going to jog.
yeah.
Like football, it's fast, explosive, but you have a lot of rest.
Yep.
So let's be fast, let's be explosive, but then let's rest for a lot, right?
Right.
Like at the end of the day, I want them to be good in the zones they need to.
Right.
So with moto, like as we get more specific to the season, it's like, okay, it's a 15-minute race. How can we mimic that, right? Maybe it is going to be a little bit of running. Maybe it's going to be some rest. Maybe it's going to be some skier. Maybe it's going to be some overhead carries, working on shoulder stability. Like, let's get as specific as we possibly can in moto without being on a bike.
Yeah, that makes sense. And just kind of almost like a little bit of peaks and valleys, depending on what it is.
what
Because
it
another
is.
thing that'll totally change your race is like you fall, you crash, you fall, whatever. And like, dude, immediately, like even if you just fall in a turn,
Your heart
everything
rate
comes to a
plummets.
stop. So
Yeah.
your heart rate skyrockets. It does the opposite, like because everything just it comes to a stop, and you're like, oh, hold on,
Yeah.
you hold your
Well, then
breath,
your
you do different
adrenaline's
things like that. Your adrenaline spikes.
Or if you have
gotta
to
get up
start
and
a
go.
race over. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
do
Oh,
a full
gosh.
start gate and something happens. I don't know. Red flag.
Yeah, injury,
And you
whatever.
have to
yeah.
completely start over a race immediately. Like you line right back up and do it.
Well, and
So
there's-
those are things I think you should also think
just
about. when
think about. I'm sure
practicing.
that at the pro level they really spend some time thinking
for
about
sure.
that. Amateur level, there's not tons
Not
of
as
research,
much.
but there are. The biggest thing would be like if you fall in the first, you're at a 130, 140 heart rate, sitting on the gate, waiting for the gate to drop. Engine's in gear, you're ready to go. Boom, gate drops, and then you
Crash.
fall 60 feet later in the first turn with a pile up and with a bunch of guys, and then you have to get up and go
Recover,
again. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And you have, you're laying on the ground for 10 seconds, then you're back up to sprint again or whatever to play catch up or whatever it is.
Yeah, but I mean, again, the trend would kind of be like, okay, let's go see Kelly, let's go see the PTs, let's do some soft tissue, let's do some mobilization, let's re-stay range of motion. And then as they come to me, we start out probably a little bit more volume. Let's, put a little bit of size on you. Let's get you stronger. As we get closer to the season, volume's going to drop, intensity's going to raise. So we're going to go less reps, less sets, but we're going to be moving probably some pretty moderate to heavy weight fast. And then that's going to taper into, again, ESD, looking at energy system development, making sure that, hey, we get you there and you're, like, ready to race. You're not getting there huffing and puffing after 5 minutes on the bike, like, just gassed.
Right.
I want to make sure you get there. But at the end of the day, the most specific thing you can do to be in shape for racing is, racing. Right?
Racing,
So, like,
being on the bike.
as
and
we
just
get
doing it,
closer
yeah.
to season, like, there has to be a transition period from, like, mostly performance and PT side, mostly PT, mostly performance. Then it's going to be performance / on your bike,
Right.
and then it's going to taper back to bike.
Yeah.
That is your continuum,
Yeah.
and that's, you can interchange bike for football, soccer, whatever it is.
Pick the
that,
sport, right?
That is the continuum in my mind of early off season, late off season, preseason, season.
Right. So how long should the quote unquote preseason be, do you think? Like, would that be a qualifier? Is that a 15-day, or is that a little bit longer than that? I'm just
I mean,
ballpark.
here's
Everybody's a little bit different, I'm sure.
Yeah, I wish if I somehow had all the power in the world to be like, hey, Blake, what do you think should happen with all athletes for an off season and into a preseason? I'd say give me 12 weeks
12 weeks would be
of any sport. Give me 12 weeks. I think we could do a lot of work. But
Right.
there's no sport out there anymore that you have 12 weeks of like
Yeah.
anything. You might have a week or two off, and then you're going to go do something else and something else and something else. And then it's like, oh, actual season starts in 2 weeks. But there's no off seasons anymore.
Right.
That's my biggest issue. It's
Always go.
It's always go. Now we have 7-on-7 football where kids are wearing cutoffs and big Viper glasses, and they weigh 110 pounds, 120 pounds, and they're pissed off by their junior year while they're not playing varsity. Well, you still
that's
weigh
not gonna do
125
Right.
pounds because
Yeah.
all you've done is played football for the last 36 months, and you can't pick up a 25-pound dumbbell. Like, C and A gap, buddy. Like, not gonna work.
right. You
So-
didn't build into any of your seasons at all.
No,
right?
like there has to be periods of restoration and growth, and there's not, right? And that's the biggest bone that I have to pick. The PTs have to pick. It's like, well, this is why kids are getting hurt all the time, and this is why, again, I think that just comes back to the injury rate.
Is that something that you have like a hard time getting the message across to parents or like other coaches? I guess in your side, you'd be talking to other coaches as well as parents. And my side, I don't really, I don't consult other coaches really, but I consult the parents a lot, which take place as the coach on race day and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge problem. Like, it's mostly because, and I'm not a dad yet, but I'm sure when I do, maybe I'll see a side of it. But you think your kid's gonna be the next LeBron?
Oh,
You think
for sure.
right?
Yeah.
Like you,
Right.
and
believe in
that's just
Yeah.
you
And that's
do,
great.
and that's great.
They need that.
But let's be realistic.
Yes.
If your kid's 115 pounds his freshman year of high school, is he going to go
not
to Alabama
happening.
and start? Probably not. And I'm sorry, but you going to play 7-on-7 and being the third string quarterback isn't helping you.
Right.
Get in the weight room.
Well, and a huge part of that is just burnout, right? Like it can lead right into burnout. I'm sure I see it all the time. I say this probably almost every podcast where we run into like what I see on average since I started coaching, and we've been coaching like 10 years now, something like
Well,
that.
we start with the little
If
guys,
over
right?
that.
We train 65s up to big bikes. By the time they hit big bikes, they're done. They don't want to do this
Yeah,
anymore.
I mean the average time is 3 to 5
3 to
years
5
is what I
years,
say
really.
is what I say in the sport.
It's because when you're in it, especially I feel like in moto, and maybe other sports are like this, but I don't feel like it's as heavy as it is in moto. But it's the environment, it's the family camping, it's the lifestyle that people just like
Can't
grab
sustain.
onto, and you can't like balance it. We've talked about this. Like they think they have to go somewhere every weekend. You have to put your kid on a bike every single weekend, do this, do that. And it's like you're going into debt because they can't afford to do it. And your kid's getting burnt out. Like he doesn't want to do that.
Well, and I think a huge part of that too is like parents' approach to it, right? Or coaches' approach to it, or whatever about like at the attitude side, like ash chewings and things like that. They don't get to
Well,
stop
they
constructive,
just see
right?
it.
But
We can go on a huge tangent of this because I am hot on this topic. But it's like the parents put in all this money, but you're choosing to do this for your child. Yeah, your child wants to do this, but you can't ask to your kid all the time for the money you spent in it. Like there's a balance there.
Well, and it's all about, I think, from a parent side, you want to see effort, right? Like I want to see. I spent X, Y, and Z. I want to see the effort out of you. Well, as long as you're putting the effort in, I don't really care where you finish, right? But so many parents get lost in that.
And how do you convey that to like 6-year-olds?
Yeah,
like
it's impossible.
You can't.
Yeah.
That's just their age.
It's like that. My whole part of it is like learn the fundamentals, right? Learn how to do X, Y, and Z, and then just keep it fun. Your job as mom and dad is to keep this fun and keep them in. If you want them in the sport long term, like I say this all the time, I want Cruz to want to ride with me and his grandpa when he's my age. You know what I mean, or whatever, things like that. So, but I see the burnout is easily. I always say 3 to 5 years, and if you make it past 5 years, you turn into me.
Or they have a large injury and they just don't do anything about it, and it's like, oh, I can't ride because X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, or they get scared, they get hurt, they get scared. There's a couple of different reasons. A kid gets hurt, injuries, mom and dad pull the plug, the kid doesn't want to do it anymore. Mom and dad run out of money, or a kid runs out of money, whatever, and they just financially cannot afford to do it anymore. They turn 16 and get a car, and they meet girls whatever, and they just have had enough. Or they don't make it where they think they should, and then they just never overcome that, you know? And so I'm sure you see that in other sports all the time, but I think parents miss the boat on that at young athletes, getting them burnt out where they're just, by the time it's time for them to peak, as we kind of talked about earlier, there's nothing there. The kid doesn't care anymore. So
I feel like a lot of that can come back to like cross training too, and like having other sports interests. Like, I mean, I grew up playing multiple sports, but then eventually you pick a sport. Like I went and played soccer in college, and like you kind of had to, pick that. But like, if you get burned out so soon, I feel like it's because you're only doing one thing, and like if you get injured, that whole thing is taken away, and
there's nothing to fall back on. No other hobby.
Right.
That was me.
So
I get that.
That
was me. It was me. Yeah.
Well, that's what we talk about with Cruz. Yeah, he's 4 and he's so into moto, but it's like this year he's just now old enough to join like T-ball leagues this summer or like something like that. I'm like, we're going to let him try all of it. Like, I don't want to just be like, this is it, bud. And then when it's done, it's done. Like, you want to be able to do other things.
Right.
I've read so many places that like gymnastics is like best thing to do for all sports. Except I think you get hurt in gymnastics a lot, but other than that,
like as a kid,
as a kid,
as a toddler, yeah, absolutely, because you're getting really good flexibility, mobility, things that are gonna suit you well for any sport, really.
Yeah, strength, mobility, stability, proprioception of your body. How does your body move in space?
Yeah.
Like
it truly is one of the best things you could do, I think.
There you go. Get him signed up ASAP.
And you kind of like. In gymnastics, you overcome a lot of fear too.
I was gonna say,
like you do tumbling, you do bars, you do different movements. That's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that, and they do it, and they have like a moment where it's like,
cool,
I can accomplish this. Yeah.
Well, we've done Kid Strong with Cruz before, which was fun. I think he
I'm
was a
strong
little
and
young.
brave.
I'm strong and I'm brave, and he still says that.
Yeah.
My mom, I'm big, strong, and I'm brave.
It works.
Like,
it works good.
Awesome.
Blake doesn't tell me that at the gym, but I have to say it to myself.
Yeah,
That's my
his mother
personal
works,
hype
but it
man at the
works.
gym.
I am the hype man. I'll take that. I'll take that all day. Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
Caleb was my hype man the other day. He got me all motivated to do bench the other day.
That 100-pound PR.
Yeah, for me, that's a big deal.
Fire.
For 1.5,
that was awesome.
Whatever, 1.5 shoulders to be able to do it.
That was pretty dang cool. I was like, you're like, I'm gonna do the hundreds. Internally, I'm not gonna. I was like, oh,
he's gonna have a
really
black eye after this. Yeah.
And I was like, gosh, I just hate. Like, I love the power blocks, but spotting somebody on power blocks because
those are rough.
Dumbbell bench, I like to grab wrists.
Right.
I have control of everything. Elbows,
it's like up or down. Like, good luck. Yeah.
Right. So I was like, once you Scott literally just sat down and flew him up with his knees and was already up there, and I was like, once you got up there, I was like, oh, we're cool now. Like, we're just gonna just go down. But dude, shout out, that was awesome.
Dude, Callie, this was after shoulder injury. Who knows what number of shoulder injury? We used to work out together every day. Then we had kids. We can't do that anymore. It was like awesome, right? Yeah. So she spotted me one time, and I was probably doing 50s. It wasn't that.
I probably weighed like 130 at the time.
I was small. Yeah, I was at least 160.
No,
okay.
me.
I mean, you were tiny. Yeah.
Big girl now.
Yeah, big mama.
Big mama.
Big mama. He just said
so anyway, I'm doing bench, and I'm like coming up, and I'm like feeling tough. I don't even have any idea how much weight I'm doing. Maybe 75 pounds because I was small too. And And she's like going to spot me, and I'm like struggling because my shoulder doesn't work right. And she just taps the dumbbell. She taps it, and I'm like 90% engaged. No, on the side, like side and up. So what happens? The left one falls out, the right one falls, hits me in the face, and I'm like, what is happening right here? And I'm in. This is at like 24-hour fitness. There's like 100 people in the gym, and I got dumbbells. No, this is not in the garage.
No.
This is at the public
We
gym.
used to go to the public gym together for hours.
We were gym bros, dude. We were full on
That
gym
was the
bros.
last time I spotted Scott.
Yeah, that was it. That was it after that. It was a total
Probably good.
We
catastrophe.
asked strangers after that.
Just the head nod of the other guy at the gym when you
got a
point
minute?
at the weight in the head, and they just walk over and do it. No words are said. And then I have Callie over here. I think she might have been trying to cash in on life insurance early.
Yeah.
I don't think we were married yet.
No, maybe
Did
not.
it drop
yet,
on your
yeah.
head?
Oh yeah. It was a whole thing.
Oh
It
my
was a
God.
So
catastrophe.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Just
Dumbbell
walked
tap.
away.
Just right on the
Callie,
right
what'd you
on the
do?
side.
Did you just walk away?
Oh, I'm sure. I was embarrassed.
Yeah, she probably had to go to the bathroom or something after that. Who knows? As I'm picking
Take a
up
lap.
dumbbells everywhere. Yeah,
Wipe the
right.
blood off your face.
It's fine.
fine.
It's
He
fine.
lived.
Look at me. It didn't hurt my moneymaker. We're okay.
Oh,
Perseverance.
God.
Yeah, I don't know. The gym life, it's so different nowadays for us. We train so different than what we used to.
We just don't do it together anymore, which is lame, but
No,
I'm gonna
when
keep my
fine.
mouth shut on this topic.
but even if we do work out together now, like
have
one of us
kids.
is watching a kid, like, hey, do not get on the treadmill with dad. He's running right now. Like, don't
Cruz will
stick
be
your
like,
fingers
I want to
over
run
there.
with you and try to like jump on. I'm
Oh
like, bro,
my
you're asking for it. It's
Yeah.
coming.
No, yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
Or-
get him a little mini dumbbell set. Those little like
Well,
barbells.
I feel
almost-
like at this point, if I got him one, he would just laugh because he picks up the little 5 weights and does whatever we do, like the real weights, and he thinks it's the coolest thing. So I'm just gonna let him continue.
until
Yeah.
he
to do it.
drops it on his foot.
Yeah.
Because he's usually in like his pajamas or something.
Yeah, I
some
picture
kind
him
of
in there
jammy
like
set.
in his undies just ripping. That's what I picture
most of the
Cruz
time.
doing.
The last time we did a family workout, though, he was into the AirPods. So, like, I would have one and he'd have one and be like, Mom. And he'd be like dancing in between sets and then he'd fall out and be like, what happened? I'm like, well, it fell out, bud.
And she's trying to work out and it just ruins her mojo
Oh
at the
my
same
gosh.
time. Yeah.
It's fun.
Flow.
So you were pointing at a question here, but
Well,
I
I
don't know
just
what.
was saying, like, we're 50. I can't read that far.
52 minutes. You can't
Yeah.
read that?
No.
And you made me go to the eye doctor for the first time ever in my life at 36?
Do you guys got bad eyes, too?
I'm going at
This guy.
27.
Are
I need
you?
to go bad. It's just all gone downhill. It's like
It's just
2 years.
all
ago.
happened.
Oh, I'm like
Yeah.
legally blind. Like, I have contacts.
I
in, but
am like a hawk, dude. I can see everything.
that is
apparently.
a lie.
Me too,
They
Scott.
said
Yeah,
you could
you
use
can
some
see everything.
readers.
Yeah, okay, use some readers. I'm closer to 40 than I'm not. I'll be 37 next week, okay?
No
Leave me
glasses
alone,
or
yeah.
contacts?
Nothing.
Nice.
No. And I went in there and the guy looked at me like, why are you here? Like when he was checking my vision.
My
He said
wife.
I'm
My wife
36
said,
and I've
yeah,
never been
I've
in here.
never been to the eye doctor before. And I was like, I've just never been. I probably feel like I should come in and have it looked at.
Checking all the bases.
Yeah. What I need is Callie would say I need my hearing checked before I need my eyes
Absolutely.
checked, right? We call that selective hearing.
Yeah.
And now
Your
that you're
son
married,
has it
you get
too.
that. It just comes in when the ring goes on. It just comes in. Selective hearing is all
Sorry.
part of it. So I don't know. We have so many questions to go through, but we don't have to go through.
We are
all
not
of
going
them.
through all those.
You don't
I
wanna
feel
go
like
through all of
conversation's
them?
been great, but I was gonna say
I don't
whatever the
know.
last.
Oh, so you're just jumping straight to the bottom?
No. I was just saying, make sure you ask that one. I don't remember which one it was.
Okay.
Is there any
What-
topics we didn't hit? That
What do you
guys
wanna
were
talk
prepared
about?
to hit? I mean, we're 50 whatever minutes you said.
Are you
into
got
this.
somewhere you got to go?
Absolutely not. I'm just saying.
We have a babysitter.
I know.
We can prolong this.
Yeah.
It is Cove's bedtime though, so I'm sure she's not having a good time in there.
She's got it. She would have called you or texted you. You're fine.
I guess what,
No
what are
comment.
like the most common injuries that you guys see on your side?
Oh, that's a great question. Number one
Knees.
thing is like the easy, like number one on the board is collarbones.
Yeah.
Broken collarbones, the easiest
Lay
one
on
to
your
break in your body.
shoulder
Like, and it's just, shoulder
It
takes
just
a hit.
happens so fast.
It's just, it just happens. Wrist,
Knees.
knees, lots of knees.
ripped out.
Like surgical knees?
Yeah,
or
like
more
ACLs.
just,
ACLs.
okay.
ACLs, MCLs. Sometimes it's everything. Sometimes it's one or the other.
I feel like with that, like you can even not crash and just do like a dab of the foot going so fast.
I
and
guess, yeah.
pulls
If
everything.
you're kind of like squatting on the bike
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you take
I mean,
a
it can happen. A
turn.
lot of it's typically like you're cornering and your leg is out when you corner, and you'll dab the
dab it
leg,
wrong.
and so your leg
What's
will go
dab?
this way while everything else is going this
like
way.
dip it
Like
into the ground,
touching
like
it
touch the
and
Oh,
ground.
Yeah.
so you
too
could get
fast.
like stuck on the ground.
Yeah, like your foot will stick,
Oh
but
my
everything else
gosh.
keeps going. So I'll show you guys some
I feel
videos
like that
that'll make you
happens
feel good.
often.
Yeah, I need
So,
some
like,
context.
Okay, so yeah,
We
so
should have probably done that prior to this.
like showed them, hey, this is
She's like,
how
"Do you
people
sit
crash
on
their
the bike?"
brains out. Check this out. Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked
Yeah,
that.
it's fine. It's fine. So okay, but it doesn't matter whether it's moto or whatever. But like injury wise, what's what should people be looking at when it comes to a broken tib fib, a broken femur? I mean, every one of them is going to be something different, right? But there's got to be a 5 bullet point outline of things to talk about or things to look at from, let's say your mom and dad, or say you're a PT, or say whatever, of like, hey, little Timmy broke his wrist. He's in a cast for 6 to 8 weeks, whatever. What do we need to be looking at doing? Or his ankle, whatever. I don't pick the injury. You can pick whichever one you want. But.
So that's a good question. I guess after you get that injury, say you broke your wrist, they're casted. I think if they came into PT, which I think not everyone really does that when they're in that period of like immobilization, because they think they just have to shut down, like they can't do anything. But when we have people who are post-op, like we'll get them on the bike still if they have a shoulder surgery, so they can get their blood flowing, increase their core temp, get their heart rate flowing. But
so does that help, like just in general, like recovery,
absolutely.
just overall?
Yeah, just promoting global blood flow. And then we'll work on more stuff that is not affected. So say they broke their wrist, we'll work on shoulder strength. You can do stuff that's still like non-weight bearing or really affecting that wrist and like maintain that strength. Or we'll do, lower body stuff or core stability, stuff that's still going to be beneficial and make them feel like an athlete. Because when you're not playing or, riding, like you feel, So even though you can't,
what are you looking at me like that for?
I've been through a couple with you.
Well, the one,
you get
okay,
so sad.
I get super bad. It's so
hard.
bad, dude. When I've depressed,
Like he cries.
Yeah.
And I think that's why. I think it's important. That's why you have other hobbies and interests,
Yes,
right? Like
absolutely.
you can't have your identity just being moto or soccer.
What?
Like, I was a soccer guy my whole life, right? So like the first time I got hurt, I was devastated, like just depressed, like horrible.
Because what else are you going to do, right?
Well, like, who am I without moto, right? Who are you? Like, that's the issue. So you have to find other pathways to put your, identity in.
Well, and that's probably a big thing, like youth athletes too, right? Like, I mean, I remember when the wheels totally came off for me, I was like 16 or 17, right? And at that point, like that's a whole different age range
That's
anyways of like,
already
it's already hard enough as it
crisis.
is to
You're
be
trying
that
to
age
figure out who you
anyways,
are.
right? But then you have that. Yeah, you don't even know who you are at that point. But
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine a 12-year-old, right? That all they do is moto. Like you said, kids, if you do moto, right? And now I can't do it for 6 to 8 weeks or 10 weeks or 12 weeks or however long. And then what do you do? And maybe that's why people get out of the sport, like we talked about. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it either pushes them back towards it more, or your eyes are opened, where like you realize you have to find other things, or like it's not your full identity. Like,
yeah, do you ever see athletes like get hurt and then come back like faster, better than they were beforehand?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think it's more
too.
about like the mental perseverance. You just learn so much about yourself. Like we have so many post-op ACLs right now, and like so many of them were pretty tough recoveries, like not linear. Like no one is ever like a normal, process after, but you kind of think of like what you would hope for, in a recovery, like if, you're going right. But like a lot of them had,
Something
things
go wrong.
something go wrong, or, they didn't expect, or, just a tougher process. And like, you see them after they get out of this like hump, and like they're back to doing, running, jogging, agility stuff, and they are like a different person. Like I can think of a few in my head right now, and it's just like they see like the light turns on finally, and like you now have that experience and like journey to use it for something else further on in your life. It might not even be sports related, but like you're gonna go through stuff in life, and like I think it always serves you well in some other aspect. So I don't know if I even answered your question.
No, yeah,
but,
that's
like,
exactly what I was looking for.
You do.
Yeah.
You see them and they come back stronger, and like they have this fire in them that like, I got over this. Like I'm gonna kick butt now, and
It's more
Like-
than
they realize
before.
they missed
yeah,
it.
and like you,
Right,
like
yeah.
if you don't go through that, like you never really know what life is like without it, and then you come back and you have this whole different appreciation where it's
Yeah,
like,
just a different view. You look at it at a different lens.
you have
kind
no
of thing.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I remember getting hurt one time and like just being super depressed, you know what I mean? Like super bad. And the next thing you know, like you're back. Everything's kind of back to normal. Like the sun starts shining again and you're riding, and like next thing you know, your lap times are faster than they were before you were hurt. And it's like, what in the world? Like I should be way worse right now, and I'm actually better, which is just kind of crazy to see that sometimes. So I don't know.
But it takes a village, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Callie had to shower me one time. A couple times. A couple of my shoulder surgeries.
Yeah.
The doctor told me, do not move your arm. Whatever you do, don't move your arm.
Well, and I think about that after listening to you guys. I'm like, maybe we should have moved. Like, I feel like,
Like it maybe should have went to a different doctor and a PT. Yeah, probably.
yeah, because you sat in a chair for like weeks.
No wonder I got depressed
And we're
and
so
fat
depressed.
and so fat,
So
dude.
chunky.
So fat. God, you thought I was fat. Yeah.
It was a rough time in our life. Well, and then you did it again, like not even a year later.
I had to have the the
gosh.
surgeries were 6 months apart. So I
Okay.
tore my rotator
Like,
cuff
you
in
knew you were gonna
July.
have a second surgery.
I
not
knew-
quite
At like 5 months in
after having the first.
after the
yes.
first one. Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, this didn't work. We gotta do this again."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I had the rotator cuff done twice back
So
to
should
back.
we have gotten a second opinion? Probably. Surgeon was great. I mean, I think.
Well, so yeah, we did get a second opinion, and he reviewed all the doctor's notes. He's
Yes.
like, "This is exactly what I would have done." So if it didn't
but
heal, like,
recovery
that's-
wise, we probably should have went a different route.
yeah. So if you are listening to this and you have a kid that's hurt right now, check out different. Go to Upward for PT for one. If anything, this I'm gonna plug that, like
Should be
Upward
sitting
Performance
for
and Physical
weeks.
Therapy. Go there regardless of where you live, or at least consult them. But like, do some research on your PT. Don't just go to the first person they list you on your insurance that you
Yes.
go to. Like.
Yes.
Like you gotta go to somebody else down the list. I'm for real. Like because I've had really good PTs. This guy named Kevin, don't know his last name. He was at Select Physical Therapy. He found a bunch of my original shoulder issues that I had to have a nerve transfer and do all this stuff. He found all those problems, which led into another surgery, getting that one fixed. All in the same shoulder, by the way. But my rotator cuff PT was not near as good. Didn't really care. Like it wasn't
It
involved.
was just in and out.
Check
Just
this
get
box.
out of
Check
here,
this
yeah.
box. You're here. I'm here. Or whatever. Like it was not like I want to be an athlete again. And this is like I want you to just
Chill.
like your arm works enough. See you later.
Man.
You know.
That's tough.
So, but you probably see that all the time. Like do people come to you for PT after they go to PT?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
A
funny
lot.
you bring that up because like I think like what Upward brings is like the sports athlete minded people, and even like people who are middle aged. They're like, I am a gym rat and I love being here because you can see other athletes working out, and like I think me and Tommy, we do really try to hold ourselves to a standard of like we make everyone feel like an athlete at some point. Like we want you to be pushed, and even if it's not like you can't do a lot, like I said, because you had ACL surgery. Well, let's challenge you in different aspects that's going to make you still sweat. Even
Right,
though
well, I
you
mean, how many
can't
times-
Make you
walk
still
right
think
now.
like an
Yeah.
athlete, right?
And so, yes, like we definitely have had some people who have been like, yeah, we came from a different PT, and not to knock other people down or say we're better than them, but like I think we maybe provide an environment and a culture that is more suited towards that. And like,
Well, and I feel like
Yeah.
someone like, let's say your dad, who's not an athletic person, like I'm not being negative, but like he's just not into sports. He's not an athletic person. He is fine with going to walk at Planet Fitness on a treadmill for 20 minutes and that's his workout,
Yeah.
which is fine. Like walking's great for your heart health, whatever. But then that's all he needs. So if he gets hurt, getting to just be able to walk, he's fine with that. He doesn't
Yeah.
need to
Get
be.
me to walking again.
He doesn't need to be an athlete per se. Now, if someone like you who gets hurt needs this mindset and reminder, like, okay, you got hurt, but you can still be an athlete. You can
Like-
still do X, Y, and Z.
Like I go to the mindset of like I could throw 90 miles an hour. I want to be able to throw 98 miles an hour afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I literally
So
couldn't,
I
but
think
it's just
finding
mindset,
that
right?
if you're
Yeah.
already in that
And just-
mindset is important.
What they do a really good job of is say you have post-op ACL. Okay, your lower extremity wise, you're not running on a treadmill. We're not sprinting, right? That sucks. Like, yes, we can't do a lot of lower body stuff on that side yet, but they're still going to go throw you on. They're going to sit you down and you're going to do a ski erg workout at the end of a workout.
Right.
Why? Because you're an athlete and they crave that. They still want to feel like they're training, right? They don't want to sit on their couch and eat Chinese food and get fat.
Dude, that's what
Yeah.
I did.
Dude,
That's
shout out
exactly
Chinese
what he
food.
did.
Dude,
He
yeah.
played video
It'll get you.
games.
Bro, I was
But
yeah.
that's the thing though. It's like when you come in there, you're seeing other athletes train, you're seeing other athletes rehab. Like, I'll say it: if you go to PT and you sit on your treatment table for 90% of your session, you know what you should do? Get on your crutches and crutch to 1207 Northwest Pamela Boulevard and come to Upward because that's horrible.
Yeah. And
Right.
that's
That's what
I
you
have
do.
found myself in PTs like that. And that's why I just like whether you like people listen to this don't live in Kansas City, right? Or whatever. Like they're not going to be able to come to Upward. Maybe they can call you. But it's like do a little bit of research and do exactly like you said. If you're only on your treatment table and getting stretched and they pull out the little thing the little measurement thing, okay, yeah, oh you made
Go
a degree
in the
today,
orbiter.
cool. And then go, yeah, whatever it
See
is.
you next week.
Yeah, and then see, okay, cool. Like that's not where you should be at. Like I don't know how many times I've come in for workouts and there's like 6 kids in boots. doing workouts or whatever,
yeah.
you know what I mean? But they
Yeah.
got a boot on. And for a while I was like, man, do I got to go hurt my ankle to fit in around here or what is the deal? Like it was like left and right. But I think you're exactly right. And that's what people need to be looking for because injuries are so like common,
happen.
right?
Yeah.
It's not
It will
if,
happen.
it's when, right?
sure.
And so,
Especially if you're competitive in whatever sport you're choosing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the man in the arena, like it's gonna happen.
right.
Yeah.
It's part of the
Just
deal,
win.
right?
Yeah.
And so, okay. So let me ask you this from a PT side or whatever we want to look at that is, so like I'm an old guy racing, but there's older guys than me. Callie's dad still races and rides a
not
little
old,
bit.
Scott.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
But like so let's look at the different, like you got young kids. That's mom and dad's responsibility to make sure that, hey, I did a little bit of research, due diligence on my PT. This kid's coming back from a collarbone or whatever. But as you get older, as you get to the 25, 35, 45, 55, what should those guys be doing PT wise after after a race weekend or something like that?
That's a good question. I guess it would be very specific to each person. Like you might feel more of it in your shoulders than a different guy might feel it more in his low back.
Yeah, my buddy Jeff's a big low back guy.
So I would say, I mean,
Big low back guy.
I would say, finding, like I said, whatever is giving you that most problem after a heavy weekend. But that's not to say I think there's probably a good generalized, regeneration program that you could get on, or like flexibility, mobility.
Is that's that big of a deal that people should be doing that?
Absolutely.
That often? Yeah.
Absolutely. And even like
Don't
day after a
look at
big
me.
race, getting your heart rate up, doing some biking, just going for a walk, something like that, just to get the blood flowing, get it circulating so you can recover better. And then doing some probably global flexibility stuff and then more localized to what's more specific to you. I don't know if you want me to go into more detail of like,
No, that's fine.
I mean, yeah.
You said global. I think that means everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I don't know.
assuming
Some good hip stretching,
that's very important.
shin
yeah.
boxes. I could say some stuff that might not make sense.
Yeah, I
but,
don't know what a shin box is.
Some good rotational stretching, some low back
It's something you
stretching.
can't do, Scott.
Yeah.
I know
I'll
this
show
for
you
a
on
fact.
Monday morning.
That's fair. Yeah, my mobility is awful. It's so bad. We're getting there, but it's not
Yeah.
from the years of just like bodybuilding style, power lifting workout style. Yeah. So I don't know. So we can close this out. Callie's ready to go put her
Oh,
baby
no,
to
I'm
bed.
not.
No, you're
No,
not.
I'm
Well, you were
They're
trying
doing just
to.
fine.
We went to an hour and
I
7,
just-
and
me
you were at
you, when we
52, and you were like,
podcast,
"Oh my god!"
It's like 45 minutes to an hour. So I thought we were just keeping them around there.
There's no
I'm
rules.
ready to chat.
There's
bring it
no
on.
rules,
Loose.
Callie. Just loose. There is no rules.
This is your free night, Callie.
It is.
Yeah,
right?
you have a babysitter.
You
And
guys,
she-
we'll leave and you guys can just stay in
Stay
here
in
for as long as.
You guys can do another podcast.
yeah, we could do. Yeah, and then have 2 in 1,
There you
right?
go.
Yeah. No, we finally did the babysitter thing, which I've been trying to get Callie to do this for a while.
My
She
anxiety
just.
let it happen tonight.
She's literally in.
I
We're in the
know,
driveway.
And it's Ella. She's
We're in-
perfect. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
She's
Yeah.
She saw
Mila,
me.
your girl Mila,
Yeah.
she's going to
She's
do
gonna
it
do
at
it
some point. She
too.
actually texted me tonight.
Whoa.
So she's
hey,
next.
If you ever need a
Cove
babysitter, I
loves
would
her.
too.
You want to babysit?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Look at this. They're just coming out
I
of the
know,
woodwork
they're
for you,
everywhere. I
Callie.
just-
They'll
They're-
have a date night and we'll come over and watch them.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine.
Put Cruz through.
Cruz-
Get some practice.
Yeah, but put Cruz
Obstacles.
through his
Cruz
obstacle
loves
course downstairs.
obstacles.
He's all about it. Yeah. We'll just bring him to the gym and drop him off.
Yeah.
That's what he needs.
That'll do
Seriously.
So okay, so I'm not necessarily closing this out or whatever, but if you needed to tell, so let's do this for both of you. If you needed to tell from a performance side, athletic conditioning performance side for youth athletes, what is one thing parents should take, or maybe 2-3 things, whatever, that parents should take away from this conversation, or things that they need to look at, like broad scope, to help their youth athlete perform in 2026?
First of all, I'd say just diversify, whether that's letting them play another sport for fun, like recreational. I'm not saying they have to go be a top end basketball player too and be a top moto guy, but let them go play rec league with their friends if they want to. Right? If they don't want to do that, get them in a performance facility. Get them in somebody who knows what they're doing, that's a high level performance facility that's going to make a move in multiple planes, multiple directions, right?
I think that's a great
let them
point.
get
That's-
exposed to different movements. Let them get exposed to different ranges of motion. Like, let them move in the way that humans are supposed to move. We're not supposed to only move in forward and backwards, right? Like, we need to move left, right, up, down, vertical, horizontal in different ways. We need to be able to land on one foot, the other foot. We need to be able to push things overhead, throw a med ball, squat, hinge, push, pull. Like, those are all things the body are meant to do. It's not just be seated on a bike.
Right.
And I think that will help out a ton longevity-wise. That's number one. Number two, make sure you have volume control. Control your volume. It's not, and that's not just, being on the bike every day and just going balls to the wall on the track. Like, that's also like on the performance side of thing. Like, don't go to Genesis and work out from 6 to 8 in the morning, and then you're going to ride from 2 to 4, and then you're going to go back to Genesis from 7 to 8 because you think that being in the gym for 3 hours, and it's not. It's not. You have to look at it as structured. You have to have structure, right? Like, Monday, maybe it's this. Tuesday, it's maybe Monday you're like in the performance gym training. Tuesday, you're riding. Maybe Wednesday, you're off, and then Thursday, you're back riding, and then maybe Friday, you're back in, but take a day off. Like, it's okay.
Right.
But make sure you have some sort of structure to keep you accountable, because if it's just like free willy-nilly and like you just kind of do whatever here and there, like, you're just going to have so much volume that it's never actually going to like progress.
And it's
just
super inconsistent.
It's
It
super
just falls apart,
inconsistent.
yeah.
There's no way to track it, and you'll never know if you're getting better, if you're getting worse, or detraining even.
Yeah, that makes sense. Detraining, I think I lived in that world for entirely too long. Do more. Volume. More volume is better. Like, crank it to 11. Let's break the knob off. That's how I trained for a long time.
You still kind of have that mindset.
Stop
Reel
it.
it in.
Yeah. No, why would we do that? So what about you from a PT side? Is
Okay.
that
I
it?
was
gonna say, was there more?
I don't know. That's,
You, okay.
he
Main
covered
two.
it.
Kind
Those
of
are
took some of
Those are
mine.
good.
I would definitely echo like the diversity. If we had like younger kids coming in or adolescents, high school even, like I would say off season, find another sport to do or do something other than their main sport. I totally agree with like being able to move in different planes. If you get going in one sport or, one movement, it just is going to you're more predisposed to injuries or just overuse stuff. That'd be my number one. Number two, I would say get on a good strength program. And that's kind of hard to just say, but maybe find someone who's, specialized in that or, come to a PT or a performance person who will put you on a performance or strength program that's going to be global, but also general or localized to them. And then a good mobility, flexibility exercise regimen. To keep it simple, I guess if someone has more like, say their hamstrings are always barking at them. Okay, well then maybe do some hamstring stretching. Or, if their calves or ankles are super tight, maybe do a little calf stretch, And that needs some guidance, I guess, maybe from parents or different coaches or people. But maybe get 3 exercises, 3 flexibility things and do them every morning. I think if you get too much stuff, it can be overwhelming. That's why, like, at PT, like, I don't like to give people more than a couple exercises at home because it's, like, overload. And, like,
They
it
just
kind
won't do
of,
it.
it fogs up their, routine, and it seems like more of a chore than anything. So, like, especially for kids, give them, like, 2 things. Hamstring stretch and a calf stretch and call it good. It's more than nothing, so.
right.
And I should know this, but are you guys like online at all? Like, do you guys do online programs or anything, or is it just in-house?
Yeah, we do a little bit of like online programming we have an app called Bridge that we use. So pretty much that you just have to contact us through upwardkc.net is our website, or upward_KC on Instagram. If you do that, you just message us, say, hey, like, this is what I'm looking to do, some online programming stuff. We would obviously have to schedule a phone call, kind of talk through like, hey, what's going on? What are we looking at? Are we on season off? Kind of go over that whole shebang, get a picture of what we need. And then, we do offer some online stuff. And the nice thing about that is like, we can put in videos of the exercises that we're programming. It's not just like,
just do
okay,
this.
here's a half kneeling dumbbell press. Well, if you don't know what that is, like, it's not going to do any good, right? So there's a video attached to it. We could always get on phone calls, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the app's awesome. I use it all the time. I even have to watch the video sometimes.
Yeah.
And I've done almost every type of workout there is in the world. And I still have to like, wait, what is this? Or what is that? And I have to look at it. But the app is fantastic. So if you don't live anywhere near Upward, like.
Well, that's what I was thinking for like younger athletes. If there is an app, parents can help utilize that and then teach their kid.
Absolutely. And the coolest part too on the app is like it checks you in every workout. Like, hey, how many hours of sleep did you get? What's your weight at? Are you tired? Are you sore? Are you ready to go?
Well,
what's your nutrition?
I can think
it tells
of families
you all
in
that.
my head that would benefit for that if they reached out and did that.
Well, and the key
Or
part is
looking
just
for
some
that.
guidance, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
whether the kid gets it at 15 and it's their responsibility, or it's a 10-year-old and mom and dad are in charge of checking it over. Now you're hot. Yeah. Now the blanket's off and you're hot.
Yeah. I'll say one last thing I forgot to say is like for sore muscles and stuff, like after a big race, we do a lot of like rolling out or using the massage gun. I think that's something really good that you could incorporate either before a race, doing a little massage gun to get some vibration in the muscle, or else we like using like medicine balls or even foam rollers after.
Dude, foam rollers hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Why is that so good for you if it hurts so bad?
It just helps try to calm the nervous system down. And
I know it's so good for you, but I hate every minute of it when I do it.
We have
Probably
one in our
me and
bedroom
Tina.
and it's like hardly
it's not
ever
gonna
used.
No, I
obviously
look at it
fix
a lot.
but you know it's a good, you know, kind of
Great for
like,
recovery. It is.
Down regulation.
down regulation.
Hey, we
That's
hit
good.
70 degrees in here, guys, because the heater turned off.
I feel it.
Sweat.
You're hot? Everybody hot now?
Yeah.
Be sure to turn that off a while ago.
My cheeks feel rosy.
Well, I turned it off a minute ago, and everybody got
It
cold
gets
about
cold and
2
then
minutes later.
It's fine.
It's camper studio, guys. It's loose.
A luxury.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, the comment you guys made about doing speed and agility or whatever, performance, whatever word you want to use. You guys use performance. I know other people use speed and agility because kids just do moto, right? Like and a lot of it is you don't have time to do other stuff. Yeah. And I think it's hard for people to, hey, I can't join this team because we're gone. We practice on Wednesdays and we race Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever it is. So we can't commit to a team to do this other sport. But I think finding a speed and agility is I think that's a huge piece that just didn't exist when I was a kid. And it wasn't like it is now. I know other kids that do football and whatnot. They do, like my cousin's kids, they do speed and agility somewhere else across town, right? Which is a total joke. We need to get them moved to your guys' place. But I don't know where they go. But anyways, I think that is a very important missed opportunity for so many people. I know one kid I work with a lot, he does Ninja Warrior. And that's
Awesome.
a great thing to go do, right? For one, you're using every muscle group you can get. You fall off the thing, you land on your head, whatever, and it just allows you to do different things. But I think so many kids miss, I think the speed and agility part, just doing those movements and those motions. It's maybe not a different sport, but you're doing different activities to put your body in that position. And I think that gets missed by so many parents. I can't tell you any moto parent that their kid does speed and agility.
I don't know if I could tell you any moto parent that the kid does other things besides maybe moto and maybe football.
Some wrestling.
Occasionally. Wrestling.
Wrestling's
I
probably
guess
the
that's a
number
good
one
one.
crossover.
I mean,
I could
you're, like,
probably
gone
think of
every
3
weekend.
kids.
So-
Pretty much, yeah.
It is a busy sport, but I think you can find time.
Well,
to
the
do
hard part
something
about
else.
it is if you want to be tip of the spear, you have to ride a lot. You just do. You have to have a lot of seat time.
It's a lot of skill.
It's a lot of skill, and it's a lot of being on the bike and making it happen.
But when you're at home with your kid, are you outside playing basketball in the yard? Are you
or they just
going on
playing
family
Xbox.
walks? Are you
Or they
exactly?
just-
That's what I'm kind of getting
Yeah.
at too.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a great way to,
Yeah,
They don't have to be on a league per
Prioritize
se,
that.
but find some other hobbies.
Well,
Go
I
play
want to
with
get
kids outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I want to get Cruz a ladder, a speed and agility ladder, just to
he
have him
would
do.
love
He would
that.
love it. He would eat it up. I just
Jump
haven't
through.
ordered one yet. But things like that, not necessarily so he can be this or that or whatever. But I mean, I don't know how many times across my Instagram comes how to make your kid faster, and it's drills we do in the gym that I do at my age, in my warm up routine in the gym that I never used to do, by the way. I used to just go straight in, work out, let's go. Or maybe a 5-minute treadmill walk. Callie was little, that's why my pecs are so tight.
The old
I got
1980, put your cigarette out, touch your toes, and let's rip, baby.
That's right. That's exactly it. Callie was queen of the 5-minute treadmill walk ahead of time. That
a
was her.
5-minute
just a
warm
little.
up.
Yeah, that was her
That'll
thing.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that really
Better than nothing.
warms up for max bench. I think that's perfect for it. But I think just speed and agility, or just doing performance type training at just once a week, twice, whatever it is, to just something makes such a difference. And I know that was missed big time for me growing up. And like you said, I can't think of. I mean, these kids that do dirt bikes, they just do dirt bikes for them. There's a handful that wrestle.
You did bring that up. That's
Yeah.
a good. they
That's
do
probably
that.
the
Another
number one.
sport that if you're in it, you're in it.
You're in
Yeah,
it.
you're exactly right. And there's a
Your
lot of these
dad did
kids.
it and grandpa.
Yeah, right.
Well, and I also feel like parents
they get devoted into a sport too. They're like, well, I'm not doing 10 more sports for you.
Or they can't afford it.
You just, and I get that, but hobbies outside, just go outside and play with your kids. I don't know. Get in the neighborhood, get a basketball game going. I don't know. Do something other than
Chokeslam your kid on the couch like I do. Is
Home.
it,
Yeah. That's fine too.
Wrestle him. Yeah. Except for he
Just
sneak
something.
attacks me and jumps on me from the top shelf, top row.
Scott
whatever you
choked
wanna call it.
Cruz out today and made him
Can't feel
vomit.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, you did.
Heyo,
Kind
end
of.
the
It was,
episode.
I did not know. Yeah, that sounds like child
We were
abuse. No,
wrestling.
we were wrestling
all
around, and he was on
wrestling.
top of me when it happened, and he like caught my leg weird. Now this is gonna CPS is gonna show up at our house.
We were all wrestling.
I was
Cruz
protecting
jumped
Cove.
from me to you and then somehow choked on. I don't even
He
know
had just
what.
eaten a bunch of Cheetos,
And they all came out.
and it all came out. So
Anyway.
So you
He
saved
had-
his life.
yeah, right, exactly, yeah. And we just
Don't
looked at him while it happened, like, oh, we should probably clean this up. Oh no. Yeah, and then of course the baby wants to crawl into wherever the mess is at. Like you don't want to be anywhere in this room except for right where he just threw up at. What is wrong with you? Like you have the toys are on the other side of the room. What's happening? That's kids. That's what you guys have to look forward to with kids.
They're great.
Yeah, they're awesome. It's the best thing in the entire world. Kids. So, anyways, I think that's the end of the show. Is that it? Is that the end of our show? Are we there? Do we do our?
We're an hour and
I think we clocked our time.
We're an hour and 21 minutes
I feel like
in.
that was
There we go.
solid.
Oh, that's a great
Did we-
episode.
Outro music.
Oh, it's the same. Yeah, we hit the same
Don't
button.
you worry. It's the same
Probably.
button. Red button.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Like I said, Upward
for joining
Performance.
us.
Thanks for joining us for
Absolutely.
episode 6. You guys were great. This is fantastic. Thanks for the new hoodie.
Hey, let's go.
I'll be
Maybe
with
we'll
just my color.
preface more moto things. We can bring him on again with like
Yeah, it's
specifics.
Like actual
Stay
do real
tuned
questions.
for more part 2.
Yeah, what we'll do, I'll
Or if you have any questions that you would want to ask them, you can do that type of thing.
I'll do a poll. We'll take a poll and see if we can get some more questions and things like that. But check out Blake and Kelly. They're both on Instagram. They're both on the face pages. Blake's big on the Twitter or the X, whatever you want to call it. The Twitter sphere. Elon.
I really
Elon's-
don't tweet much.
No, you just
I
check it
don't
out.
like
I just repost Scott stuff. I really don't like anything on there. I
I'm not
do
even
that
on
and I look at
X.
soccer stuff.
I just get on-
Instagram. I am big on. I
Yeah,
do a lot
yeah.
of Instagram stuff.
I Twitter just to see what's going on in the world. I don't really watch the news
called X.
anymore,
You mean
so
tweet?
I tweet the world
Twitter.
to see what's going on.
Okay, Dad.
Showed his age.
Yeah. Hey, I was around
my
since
God.
the beginning. Okay. But anyways, check them out. Upward_KC on Instagram.
Yep.
And Upward Performance KC.net.
Upward
No,
KC.
got
Upward
this.
KC. We're gonna get there. I'll put it in the description
You got
of
it.
this.
Upward KC.net.
But other than that, thank you for listening. Pass this along to anybody that you think it would be beneficial to.
See you in the next one.
We will see you in the next one. I'm just going to steal your tagline.